A male, a buck only. How and why are my business. Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Josh, and today we have something special. A package arrived straight from Isla Sorna. And I've been waiting for this for a while, so I'm so excited to unbox this. So let's settle up. Let's get this movable feast underway. So yeah guys, here it is, the famous buck T-Rex from the Lost World Jurassic Park, which is my absolute favorite movie of all time. What you see right here is a Stan Winston Studio's 1/5 scale Tyrannosaurus Rex bust. This bust was made in the pre-production for the Lost World in the year 1996. They used the original sculpt from the 1/5 scale T-Rex for the first Jurassic Park and resculpted some areas to make it look more like a male T-Rex. For example, you can see it's much more bulky than the female T-Rex. It has the scars, a much thicker neck and some much more prominent scales on the head. There was actually an interview, it is called Jurassic Party, and it was a reunion from the Stan Winston crew. They talked about the first Jurassic Park, the Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, and I even think the Jurassic World. And in the Lost World one, John Rosengrant actually said that he did the resculpt on the original bust. And what can I say, this piece is absolutely gorgeous. Like, the level of detail is insane. You can really see how much love went into this. How could I do a Jurassic Park video and not do a quick Jurassic history check with you guys? Charging out of the mists of Isla Sorna with a roar that could rattle bones. Buck is the male Tyrannosaurus Rex from the Lost World Jurassic Park. And he's not just any T-Rex. With his striking green coloration, powerful frame and fierce golden eyes, Buck quickly became a fan favorite and one of the most iconic dinosaurs in the entire Jurassic Park franchise. As the dominant male T-Rex on Side B, he rules the island alongside Doe and their infant son. But when humans kidnap his baby, Buck goes from top predator to furious father in a full-on rampage mode. Whether he's flipping trailers off cliffs or straying through the streets of San Diego like a scaly Godzilla, Buck steals every scene he stomps into. Behind the scenes, Buck was brought to life by the legendary Stan Winston Studios. The full-scale animatronic beast was a technical masterpiece, 40 feet long, 9 tons of roaring, blinking, stomping precision. Operated by a team of puppeteers and packed with hydraulics, Buck wasn't just built, he was unleashed. But before the animatronic was even built, there was a 1/16 scale maquette. If you want to find out more about its history, you can watch my video about the bronze maquettes. And there was the 1/5 scale bust, which you can see in the video right now. Unfortunately, there is no picture around of this bust from the pre-production of the Lost World. The only footage we ever got was from this rod puppet test that was made for Jurassic Park 3. And he had one more anchor left. When Jurassic Park 3 rolled around, Buck's animatronic body was dusted off, repainted and recast as the Bull T-Rex. That's right, same dino, new role. He may have had less screen time, but once a star, always a star. Buck remains a towering figure in the world of Jurassic Park. A misunderstood dad, a terrifying titan, and an unforgettable symbol of what happens when nature fights back. I do own the female sculpt too. Unfortunately, it's not here at the moment because a friend of mine had me reworking it to get it more into the original shape, so I could have compared it to the male T-Rex. But I think this will do today. And as you can see, it's painted absolutely amazing. And this is done by an amazing artist, Laura from Father Phantom Studio. I actually did own a cast of this piece, but was super unhappy with it because it had a lot of air bubbles into it, it was really damaged and not all of the detail was showing, and I wasn't happy with it. I knew that Father Phantom is offering these busts. So I contacted them, and not only were they super friendly, they were also happy to help me out with this. Laura is one of the nicest artists I ever met. We talked a little bit about the bust, and she asked me if I have any preferences for the paint app. So I showed her a lot of my reference pictures, which I collected over the years, and used from online paint shops on some bug T-Rexes I did in the past. And there were a few details which I really wanted to have on this bust. And Laura really paid close attention to those details, and she absolutely nailed it. In all honesty, guys, this is by far the best bug paint job I've ever seen in my life. Outside from the original animatronic, of course. The colors are perfect, the patterns are perfect, and you need to see those eyes. I will definitely put in some close-ups. And altogether, this piece is perfect. I honestly can't say anything else than that. To get the colors of the bug T-Rex right is really difficult. I tried a lot. If you follow me on my Instagram, you've probably seen, but I've never come this close. The green tones are perfect. I will definitely put in some footage so you can see the colors a little bit better. All throughout the process, Laura kept sending me pictures and updates about the bust, which I, by the way, really appreciated. And I was already super excited, so I absolutely couldn't wait till it was finally finished and sent to my home. There's honestly no better bug T-Rex sculpture than this piece, and combined with Laura's paint job, game over. And being a big fan of The Lost World, I wanted to have this bust for years, The bug T-Rex is my favorite T-Rex from the whole franchise, and there's honestly no better sculpture than this piece. It definitely differs a little bit from the animatronic, because these were, the concept maquettes or the reference to the big ones, but the big animatronic was sculpted completely from scratch. These were only used for reference. So of course there are some differences. But there is something special about this. Not even that it's a Stan Winston sculpture, but if you look at it, it's a Jurassic Park T-Rex. There are a lot of sculptures from different studios, but nothing looks like the one from the movie. And this honestly blows me away. I think it has a lot of resemblance to the CGI model and some key details from the animatronic. You can see that this was used for reference for the big head, for the life-size head. Especially the basic structure. You just look at it and this is it, There's something special about Stan Winston sculptures. I did own quite a lot of figures in the past, but every time I have a Stan Winston sculpture in my hands, there's something different, It's just, it's the real thing. And being a Stan Winston fan and collector, or especially maquette collector, this was just a must-have for me, and it makes an absolutely fantastic addition to my collection.
A fine addition to my collection.
I think this is what Roland Tempo probably had in his mind when he wanted to hunt a male Tyrannosaurus. I mean, can you imagine his living room with this in life-size hanging above his fireplace? And one of the cool things about it is that Laura actually put a mount in there, so if you want to, you could just hang it onto your wall. And Father Phantom Studios in a whole did amazing work in the past. You should definitely check them out. They not only did some really nice repaints on some Jurassic Park pieces, but also some amazing pieces from other movies. I will link them down in the description. And if you're interested in one of these, you should definitely send them a message. One of the things that's very unfortunate is that we've never actually seen a behind-the-scenes photo of this bust being painted. So I guess this was just used for reference for resculpting the animatronic head. But I still have a little hope that someday some pictures will emerge with a bust painted from the behind-the-scenes pictures. So yeah guys, this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I love this bust. This will honestly get a very special place in my collection, which I, by the way, can't wait to show you once everything is set up. Like I said, make sure to check out Father Phantom Studio. They are amazing people and especially amazing artists. I can't even tell you how great the level of detail is. Like, you really need to see this in person. This looks like it came right out of the movie. Laura, thank you so much for this. I love this piece. I really appreciate you taking the time for painting this and looking into all the details and reference I sent to you. Like, the camera doesn't do it justice. So yeah, for the end of the video, I would say, let's get this outside and film some really nice close-ups. For now, I would say, hold on to your butts.